Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back, and we're doing the first March of the Machine draft on SeemsGoodMagic.com. And exciting new set. I haven't gotten a chance to look at every single card and scrutinize them, but I mean, I have a pretty good idea about what the new mechanics are. Gotten a chance to look at some of the cards. It looks like a lot of fun. It looks a little complex, which does make the first couple drafts a little more complicated. And I say complex because we're gonna got double-sided cards and just cards that have a lot of text on them. So it's gonna take me a little bit longer, but you know what's always a safe bet? Looking at the rares, looking at the uncommons. So I'll probably at least be focusing on them for a couple drafts until I have a better feel for the set. But Phyrexia All Will Be One was a fun format. I'm ready, I guess, to move on to the next one. Let's try this out. I'll hop into it, and we'll see you when the draft fires. All right. So, yes, there's backup is one of the new mechanics. That's an interesting one. It comes in, gives +1/+1 counter to something, and then if you do give it to something else, it gains all the abilities of the card until end of turn. Battles are a new one. All right, let's look at the rare. We've got C double. 4 mana, can't be copied. Choose one. If an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, you may choose both. Copy a spell. You may choose new targets for the copy. Create a token as a copy of target creature. That's kind of cool. So if they have 8 or more cards in their graveyard, you can copy a creature spell and create a token that's copy of target creature. That's pretty good. Captive Weird. This is one of the transform cards. So this is a 1 mana 1/3 defender. Pay 3 or 4 with the Phyrexian mana. Transform it into a 3/3. Exile top card. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. 7 mana 4/4 Convoke Flying. Convoke is back too. Flying Haste. That's good. And then Valdo, Keeper of the Flame. 3 mana 3/2 at the beginning of combat on each your turn. For each Aura equipment attached to it, create a 3/1 red hasty dude that exiles. That's all pretty good. We got another. So we can take the. Does every pack have a battle too? Wow. Maybe not, but I'd say, I mean, this seems like a pretty good rare. You can, at least at instant speed, copy a creature or copy a spell, which means copy a creature and we get a token spell. So this card actually seems very good. All right, we got past a 4 mana 3/4 Flying Vigilance. Activated abilities of creatures your opponents control can't be activated. Drana in Linvala has all activated abilities of all creatures your opponents control, and you can spend mana as though it were mana of any color to activate those abilities. That's pretty good. I mean, it's a 4 mana 3/4 Flying Vigilance. That alone is pretty good. Let's see what this little dude does. So this is a battle. Battles are something that you put in front of your opponent and then you attack it. And then if you get rid of the 4 on this one, I forget what it's called, defense, I think, you get to flip it and get this creature. So we'd get, that's pretty good. 2/3 flyer that whenever it deals combat damage to a player or battle, draw a card. That's pretty strong. We could try out the battles. Stay on color with our first pick, or we can just take a 4 mana 3/4 Flying Vigilance that makes it so your opponents can't activate abilities. I mean, that's a pretty strong rare. Didn't get to see Zerta. All right, let's see what this one does. Seal from Existence. When it enters, exile a non-land permanent opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield and it's got Ward 3. Obviously good removal. We've got Captive Weird here too. Render Invert. 3 mana, remove 5 counters from a permanent, draw a card. So that's good with the battles, especially since it replaces itself. Good for getting rid of +1/+1 counters too. Whenever a creature you control that's enchanted or equipped attacks, a creature gains double strike until end turn. That's pretty cool legend. For now, let's take Seal from Existence because it at least goes on color with Drana and Linvala, and it's pretty solid removal. Deal with anything. Here's another battle. So maybe every pack does have a battle. So when this enters, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Wow, that's already really good. And at the beginning of your instep, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Once you kill it, defeat it. Honestly, this seems really strong to me. Buff your whole team with all the incubate counters and stuff too. I could see that being pretty strong. I'm just taking this because it's pretty strong removal. All right, Umori the Collector. 4 mana 4/5. Its companion. Each non-land card in your starting deck shares a card type. As it enters the battlefield, choose a card type. Spells you cast of the chosen type cost 1 less to cast. Huh. Technically, it's on color with Drana and Linvala, and keeps with the Seal from Existence at least too. Spells you cast of the chosen type. So that's pretty good. It's a 4 mana 4/5. Even if you just run it in your deck and don't make it your companion, which we probably wouldn't end up doing. It makes something cheaper. That's pretty good. 4 mana 4/5 that makes any card type of your choice cheaper. That's pretty good. Sunder the Gateway destroys non-token artifacts or enchantments. And then an Incubate, another new mechanic. It spits out a little Incubate token that you can transform. And when you transform it, it turns into a creature that's equal to whatever the amount of Incubate is. Let's see here. So we have Blossoming Sand technically fixing for us, because then we could pay black the green part of this too. That's not bad. Otherwise, change the equation, a counter spell. That's not bad. With a little bit of color hate. This is an Incubate card, so it comes in, Incubate 4. Whenever a permanent you control transforms or a permanent enter the battlefield under your control transform, draw a card. That's pretty good. If you have enough Incubate, that's pretty strong. You can end up drawing a bunch of cards off of that. Breeding Champion, 3 mana, you get another body out of it. 2 bodies in one card in limited tend to always be really good. I could see maybe taking the Blossoming Sand. Oops, I waited too long. So they ended up taking the card that I think was probably the strongest anyway. All right, so this is a Convoke card, enters, draw, and it's a Aura. I mean, that's not bad, especially since it replaces itself. Otherwise, we have Invasion of Ulgrotha. Deals 3 damage to any other target and you gain 3 life. That's pretty good. And then whenever a creature an opponent controls dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Grandmother Ravi Singer and you gain 1 life. It's pretty cool. So come in, probably kill something. Destroy target Planeswalker that was activated this turn or tapped creature. That's pretty cool. Or we could take Scoured Baron's Fixing, but let's at least try the battle out, especially since the battles come in and do something. That's pretty good. Come in, do something, and then eventually turn into probably a good win con. I like it. Flitting Gorilla. 3 mana 2/2. When it dies, each player mills 2. Then you may exile it. When you do, put target creature or battle card from your graveyard on top of your library. It's pretty good. I like that. That's pretty sweet. I mean, it's on top of your library, so you don't automatically get it. Skittering Surveyor is a reprint, and this card is typically pretty good. Makes more hands keepable, too. Defector, obviously not bad. I mean, 5 mana 4/3 is not great, but the fact that it turns into something else is kind of nice. Could just take the flyer with pretty cool upside, but I might just take this for fixing because we might want to play 3 color. It's kind of just a safe pick, I feel like. Randomly trades with things and then you feel really good about it. The fact that it puts it in your hand is nice. It's like it's just good value. All right, Emoti, Celebrant of Bounty, 5 mana 3/1 Cascade. Spells you cast with mana value 6 or greater have Cascade. Well, we don't have 6 or greater yet, but that doesn't mean that card's not good. Corrupted Conviction, however, I do like this card. In response to removal, sack my thing instead, draw 2 cards. That's pretty good. Tidal Terror, 6 mana 5/6. When it attacks, you can tap 2 other, and then you can make it unblockable. It's pretty good too. I'm sure that can win some games, especially with the 5 power. I'm just going to take the Conviction because I think that is actually pretty good. At the very least, a good sideboard card. So technically, Tranquil Cove would let us splash blue if we really wanted. We don't have any other Incubate currently, and this is double blue, so it seems kind of unlikely, but I don't know if we want anything else here. There's a bunch of blue and then some red. So I might just take the Tranquil Cove. We can read the cards, though. We already read that one. Enters, each player mills 2, and number of cards in its controller's graveyard. So and it's got flash. That's kind of good. Negate, definitely main deckable, but I would say a better sideboard card. Typically decks have 15 creatures minimum, so that leaves only about 8 for non-creature spells. So this comes in, you can tap something. This is the one where you can, I mean, that is pretty good. And we have the Tranquil Cove, and we have the Skittering Surveyor. This could be something that we could splash. The fact that it comes in, taps something too, and puts a stun counter on it, maybe makes it a little bit easier to get that battle online. I'd probably take it. There's a vehicle in here too that, ooh, that actually is, wait, it's probably only activated if it's a creature. So we can take Dismal Backwater, technically get more fixing. There's Cycle in this set too. This set has a lot of different mechanics in it. Yeah, so you can only, I see. Let's take the Backwater. I don't know about Flywheel Racer yet. The fact that you have to crew it to get mana out of it may make it slightly worse. No harm in getting fixing, that is for sure. All right, Tenured Oilcast, 4 mana, 2/4. It's got Menace, +3/+0 as long as they have 8 or more cards in their graveyard. When it attacks or blocks, each player mills. That's not bad either. Let's take it just to cut black and white, because I feel like we probably want to be black and white based on first few picks here. Moment of Truth. Oh, that's kind of cool. We'll just take Moment of Truth. I doubt we play it, but you never know. Tap a creature and put a stun counter on that if you control another knight. Well, might as well take blue. Blue seems open. Alright, Sunfall. So 5 mana, exile all creatures, incubate X for X. That's board wipe. Typically good and limited. So Finn the Fangbearer. This is a poison counter card, but so I guess I didn't read fully why there's these cards in this set, because I can't imagine that this card is in March of the Machines. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is. Maybe that's like part of the beauty of it. It has like all the cards from previous whatever this is. So here's that backup new ability, which is good. But let's take Sunfall because it's a board wipe, and we already have Drawn in Linvala, so that's kind of cool. I like that. What's this one do? This, you can sack a creature and incubate 3. That's, or an artifact and incubate 3. That's pretty cool, actually. I mean, it's a tap ability, but 1 mana is cheap. We have the Battle that lets you get a Thopter. Number of artifacts you control, not bad. This has Plane Cycling, and you can exile. Wow, that's pretty good. I mean, it's expensive, but I'm just going to take the board wipe because why not? All right, Censor, 3 mana, 3/3. Each player can't cast more than 1 non-Phyrexian spell each turn. Non-Phyrexian creatures into the battlefield tapped. How many Phyrexians do I have? I only have 1, so it's not so good for me. Let's see what this battle does. Enters, bounce something, and then it's got 4 and turns into a paladin with power and flying paladin with power and toughness equal to number of creatures you control. Or it's an angel knight. Not bad. Here's a little Night Lord that taps things. That's pretty good. Thornwood Falls is not super fixing, sort of fixing. Vanquish the Weak, we could take its removal. It's on color. Unless I really want to splash this. I kind of don't. I mean, it's an uncommon. It's not bad. But how many creatures do I have? 5. All right, why don't we just take... I think I agree. Let's just take the removal for now. We're pretty creature light, though, so I need to pay attention to that. So another Marshall. I mean, maybe I'm green, white, splash, black. I could do... Or, white, blue, splash, black. I could see that. Because it does seem like blue's pretty open. Red, too, but at this point, let's just stick to 2 main colors. So this, transform it. It's a Death Touch that turns into... Wow, that's kind of cool. I like that, actually. It's a little expensive to transform, but Death Touch is typically good. Or this has the backup plus the lifelink. That's pretty slick, too. Or we can just take a Night Lord that taps things. Yeah, maybe we'll stick to the white-blue. Go for more of a knight plan. Is this a knight? No, it's an angel. Let's just take it. It seems like blue is open, and wow. Just a 12/12 trample, huh? It's kind of cool. Dinosaur Vampire, huh? Wow. All right. Blight Reaper Thallid, so it's a 2/2, and then you can transform it on turn 3, and you get to make a 1/1. Or dies. Huh, that's cool. Invasion of Eldraine comes in, target opponent discards 2. So 4 mana, they discard 2, and then deal some damage to them. That's kind of cool too. What's Wrath do? Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, tap 2 untap creatures you control. If you do, draw, and then you can buff your team. That's actually pretty good. And we kind of want to go white-blue anyway, so maybe we just stick to the white-blue, get some cheap creatures that are legendary and strong. Is it a knight? No, it's a wizard. That's okay. Nib Mizzet Reborn? Jeez, talk about a tough one to cast. 5 color, it's going to be tough. Another chance to get Convoke Thinger. It says Defender, going to attack, and can't be blocked. Okay, that's kind of cool. It's a rogue. Or we can just get a backup flyer. I mean, what's cool about this, obviously, it comes in and gives something flying and then buffs it, and they're basically unblockable, plus you get another flyer. I mean, it's pretty good. It is expensive, though. Another Flywheel Racer. This is uncommon. Maybe I'll give it a try, even though it's an aura. Try out the uncommons. It's my recommendation. Aerial Boost. So this is, you technically cast this for free, which is kind of cool. So Vigilance is going to be really good in this set, probably. With all the Convoke. Because then you can attack and still use Convoke to make things cheaper, instant speed. So technically a free... That's probably pretty good. No one expects it, you being tapped out, and then you can suddenly cast something else. That's pretty strong. This is cool too, because you get, you know, eventually a creature plus a card, but I think we'll try out this Aerial Boost. I'm digging it. It's also an instant sorcery for our Wrath value, which is kind of cool. So this is, yeah, it dies and you get to incubate. Another chance to get negate. Timorant is double black. That's going to be tough. And there's a bunch of red in here. So maybe we just take the Defector. It is a knight, so that's fine, actually. Okay, so could take the Sigiled Sentinel. It's got backup. It's got Vigilance. It's a knight. I like that. Oh, this is a looter with Vigilance. So this is good for both Convoke and it can attack and loot as well. But I think I'll take the Sentinel because it's a knight. Let's see what we got. We did not get the Marshal back. Temporal Cleansing. So this has Convoke. Oh, that's cool. So you can cast this for free too, but not at instant speed. Not a big deal though. Oh, we have a Moment of Truth already too. I like this card. I think it's good. We're not going to do the Invasion. Maybe I'll just try out the Temporal Cleansing because we already have a Moment of Truth and this might be playable removal. We'll see. Here's Double Striking Knight. Could take Thornwood Falls, but at this point I don't think Amori is going to happen anymore. Still could splash black, but whoops. Let's see here. Let's take the Billy Rider. I like that. Tidal Terror, 6 mana. It's got Island Cycling. Yeah, I think that's definitely a pick. Island Cycle, all the cycling stuff is fantastic. Always happy to have cycling, even though it is just Island Cycling. Dismal Backwater is way more useful if we're splashing black too. I already have a Conviction. Ichor Shade is kind of cool, but we'll just take Backwater. That just makes the most sense. So blue-white, splash, black, I'm fine with it still. Lookout, 2 mana, 2/3 Defender, certainly not bad. We don't have a lot of ways to get 8 or more cards in their graveyard though, so not likely to do that. We'll just pass red because we're not in red. All right, last pack, we've got Bloated Processor. 3 mana, 3/2, sack up Phyrexian, put a counter on it, and then when it dies, incubate, equal to its power. We only have 2 Phyrexians, so I don't love that. This lets us draw 3, discard 1, it costs 4, and then you can sack it when you destroy that copy spell you control. I don't know about that. Stasis Field, so this is a kind of tempo, decent removal. We only have 11 creatures. You can't play a ton, I feel like you can't play a ton of battles if you don't have creatures to attack them with. So I might take the Sentinel because it's got the backup, and I have a good feeling about backup, so let's take it. Especially with the Vigilance and the Convoke we already have. That makes sense to me. And it's a knight. There's just enough value there where we take it. Knight Errant of Eos. So 5 mana, 4/4 Convoke. It enters like a top 6. You may reveal up to 2 creature cards with mana value X or less for among them, where X is the number of creatures that convoked. Wow. And put them in your hand. That's pretty awesome. Or you can take Grimgrin, because we're technically splashing black. Enters, tap, doesn't untap during your untap step. Sack a creature, untap it, put a counter on it. Wow. That's, maybe we, I mean, this is a knight. This gives you more, geez, they're both really good. You have to sack creature and untap it, but you get to attack and blows their biggest dude up and make it bigger. I think we might just take Grimgrin. That's a tough one, actually, because Knight Errant is a knight and really good, but this card just kills anything. It's a mythic, too. I mean, that, geez, talk about good cards. Creatures you control with first strike have double strike. I don't know if we even have any first strikers, but it does have double strike, so not bad. And it is a knight. Change the equation, could take it. Jungle Hollow we don't need. Dramatic Revelation we'd have to splash. You do get to incubate off of it, which is cool. Hopper just has Convoke. mythic battle. That's kind of cool. Yeah. I might just, maybe I'll take, wish we had actual, I mean, it's 4-mana, 2-power double strike, not bad, and it's a knight. But yeah, I wish we had some actual first strikers for that. All right, Bond Warden, 1-mana, 0/1, it's got backup, and this creature dies, put its counters on target creature you control. It's kind of cool. I don't think it's great, though, especially since it's just a scout. Zephyr Singer, however, 4-mana, 3/4, convoke, flying, vigilance, enters, put a flying counter on each creature that invoked it. Yeah, I'd say that's a game winner. My goodness. Not a knight, but that does not matter. Otherwise, yeah, I think the Protocol Knight is obviously good, too, for us, since we have knight value. Rona, 4-mana, 3/4, whenever you cast an instant sorcery, each opponent loses 1 life. You can cast from your graveyard by discarding 2 cards in addition to paying its other costs. Kind of good. I'm going to take the Zephyr Singer. It seems like an easy pick. So there's that one too, but I think that we might just take another Skittering Surveyor. I'm not 100%. Could see taking a Skittering Surveyor here just to get more fixing. Otherwise, target creature you can... Oh, this is pretty good too. That's kind of cool. It's a buff as well, and it's protection from removal. But I'm going to take the Surveyor just because I just know Surveyor's good. Unless it's bad now. But power or toughness 1 or less can't be blocked. You know, this is actually pretty good too, especially against... I mean, this card is always unblockable and blocks pretty well, so I think you just take it. And there's probably some dudes. Yeah, it makes Surveyors unblockable too. There's probably something in here with 1 toughness, hopefully. Maybe not. Whatever. We'll take it. What's Preening Champion? This is a knight. Oh, this spits out 2 dudes, but I'm still going to take Tetsuko. Just a solid 2-drop. Oculus Whelp, so this flies. As long as you control a transform permanent. When it dies, draw a card. I mean, it's not bad. Probably take another aerial boost. I could see that. Or we can take the 2-mana 2/2 lifelink. Because we're up to 17 creatures now, but we're probably not playing Oilcaster. I might still do Vanquish. No, I don't want that one. I think we probably take another boost, I'm thinking, just because I have Vigilance dudes and can cast it for free. And it gives flying. I mean, it's a good way to just win. So this has backup. Whenever this creature attacks, that's kind of cool. Order of the Mirror is a knight. Oh, and it can be unblockable with Tetsuko. There you go. That's pretty good too. That's pretty good. Let's take it. What's this one cost? Bounce a creature, surveil 2. That's kind of cool too. But it's invasion, draw 3, disc. So another chance to get this. We do have spells we can copy with it. Oh, spell you control. So you can, that's kind of cool actually. I guess you can copy. Maybe we just take it because it draws a bunch of cards. There's nothing else in the pack anyway, so. Astral Wingspan, technically you could take another one, or we could take Inspired Charge. We've got a knight here with Double Strike. We can take another one. Double Striking Knight. Oh yeah, actually we want Billy Rider because we have Tetsuko. That's actually really good. That's pretty cool. Good potential damage output with that. So Human Wizard or Counterspell. Let's just take Looter. We usually can't go wrong with Looter. Well, I'm glad we're in blue, I guess. So, double black splash is going to be tough. So we probably just take the Knight, I agree. We have enough Knights now where Protocol Knight's going to be good. 2 Tidal Terrors, honestly, with the Island Cycling alone, that's probably not a big deal. We can probably make that work. All the Expedition Lookouts there. So, a lot of cards we're going to need. We're going to end up cutting here, but not a big deal. Let's see here. So, not splashing Corrupted Conviction. Is it worth splashing black? Well, we have 2 Surveyors, 2 Backwaters. The black cards we have to splash are spit out a... I mean, kill something, kill spell potentially. Drawn an Invalid does seem pretty cool. All activated abilities. The fact that, I mean, this shuts off of creatures your opponent's control can't be activated. So it doesn't shut off Incubate because the Incubates are just artifacts. They're not creatures. I see. Unless I'm missing something. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's going to be the case. We have to make a lot of cuts. But Grimgrin is so worth splashing. I mean, I probably should have just taken the Knight so I didn't have to run black, but this is such a strong effect. I mean, that is... You get to sack your weakest creature, make it bigger, attack, make it bigger, and blow up their biggest thing. That's really good. And then we get to play C double too. We've got some good cards in here. Zephyr Singer. A lot of rares, actually. A lot of rares. So, 21 creatures. We can at least cut 6 creatures. I think we can pretty easily do that. Maybe we don't need the Tidal Terrors now that I think about it. Let's look at the weakest creatures we have in here, though. I think... Do we want the Moment of Truth? I mean, I like it, but I think the Defector can probably go. We have enough 5 drops. We don't have enough Incubate or transform stuff. I mean, permanent you control transforms works with, technically works with. Actually, we have a decent amount of transformers now that I'm looking at it. Robots in Disguise over here. We've got, I guess, just what, 4? 4 is probably not enough to justify. I mean, this comes in at an Incubate, so it has a built-in one that you can transform. That's true. It's kind of expensive, but I mean, the fact that it works with your other ones is kind of cool, but we probably don't have enough to justify it, I don't think. It just doesn't quite seem worth it. So we'll probably cut that. Do I want the Invasion? The fact that it's splash, so it's splash, but it's removal, comes in, kills something, and you gain life, and then it turns into a creature, and you gain life too. I mean, it's not bad. I could probably splash it and be okay. Do I want the Temporal Cleansing? Probably not going to run that. We can cut 5 more creatures. Maybe the Tidal Terrors go. I mean, like I said, it's actually cool that their ability is actually pretty good. The fact that you get to just, you know, Island Cycle. But we have 2 Surveyors, so maybe we don't need it, because this finds us whatever color we want. We have to make 7 more cuts. Maybe the Moment of Truth does go. What's the Order of the Mirror do again? Oh yeah, it's a Knight. I don't want to cut that. Do I want to splash Vanquish? I mean, I can. It doesn't seem like a great one to splash. Temporal Cleansing, I guess. Wow, it's non-land permanent too. It's a tough one. It probably goes. I want to try out battles too, so I guess that makes sense. We have Board Wipe in here too. Let's cut the Wingspan. Cute card, but we just don't have space for it. We have too many cuts we have to make. So we can at least cut 3 more creatures if I really want. I'm not... How many Knights did I end up with? I feel like I have a lot. 9. Yeah, it's good. Maybe the Invasion goes, and that way I just splash Grimgrin. Oh, and John and Linvala. That's fine. This just doesn't... I mean, it's cool. I think we just don't need to splash it, though. I don't think we do. Just doesn't seem worth it. 3 more cuts. I don't know if we need to run 2 Swamps either with 2 Dismal Backwaters and 2 Surveyors. Because if we run this, then we're at like 15. We have you know, 8 white, 6, 7, 8, 9 blue, and 3, 5 black still. That's pretty good. So still good there. I still like the Saboteur, even though it's not technically a Knight. Maybe the Analyst goes. I like Looting, though. Looting is very strong. I think I'm going to cut the Vanquish. Yeah, it just doesn't seem justifiable on the splash. So I could cut 2 creatures if I really want and be done with it. I don't mind having extra creatures, too, with all of these, you know, battles that I need to blow up. What do I want to copy with Overloaded Mage Ring, though? Remember, you can copy creatures, too. I overlooked that when I first saw this card. Because you can copy spell you control. So, you could technically... You can't copy any legends, of which, unfortunately, we have quite a few. But copying, like, a Zephyr Singer or something, just get another 3/4 flying Vigilance. It's pretty good. Convoke is so good. So, quite a few double blue, quite a few double white. I'm actually... pretty happy we have these Surveyors now because I think we're really going to need them for the help with the fixing. How many non-creature spells do we have? Well, I guess it should be obvious. We have 3, 4... Oh, we only have 4 instants, 3 instants and 1 sorcery. That's too bad. I was kind of hoping we had more because now Raph's not going to be able to get that much value, but we probably still... I mean, just for the activated ability alone, that's pretty awesome. So, removal-wise, we have Sunfall, we have Seal from Existence. Aerial Boost is technically removal, and well, it's not removal, but you know, it's a combat trick. I think the Billy Riders are going to be good with both Tetsuko and Aerial Boost too. That's pretty slick. Get in, 3 damage, double strike flying. It's a good way to end a game. Protocol Knight's pretty slick too. When 4 mana 3/4 is not bad. I didn't look at. Oh, this is unblockable too with Tetsuko, so that's worth it. So is Raf. Not the Marshal, but no big deal. Oh, this is kind of removal. Man, I could have had 2 Marshals. Dang. Oh, we can get rid of Lookout. That's an easy one. So Lookout goes, and then we just have to make one more cut. This is kind of a cool deck, actually. Quindy. So we don't have any double strike. Maybe I just cut the Quindy. Or we don't have any first strike. If I had first strike, I could see running it, but no first strike, and then it's just a 4 mana 2/2 double strike. I mean, that doesn't seem worth it to me. Yeah. I mean, it's another card that's good with Aerial Boost. You can get in for 8 points of damage flying, but it just doesn't seem worth it. I mean, it also, I guess, technically gets buffed off Marshall. That's kind of good. I don't know. It doesn't seem worth it to me because we have a boatload of 4-drops too. And we only have one of which is Convoke. So, yeah. Kind of a cool deck. It looks fun, actually. It's got some strong stuff going for it, and Sigiled Sentinel's good too. Unfortunately, backup doesn't have good synergy with Tetsuko, because you don't actually want to put it on your... That kind of sucks. I mean, it can go on itself, too. A 3 mana 3/3 Vigilance in a deck that's got a bunch of Convoke is still pretty good, because it can back up itself. So, whatever. Still totally fine. You're never unhappy. I would never be unhappy in limited paying 3 mana for a 3/3 Vigilance. That's pretty good. Totally playable, I would think. Alright, looks like a cute little deck here. We'll see what we can do with it. Alright, so... Oh yeah, let's look at colors and just make sure. Oh, we're kind of dead even on blue and white. And we have double white and we have double blue. So we were at 7, 8, and 6, 7, 8, 9. So either way, I think I agree. We'll go with the extra blue. Oh, but technically we have 3 double white. And we only have 2 double blue. Huh. So maybe it is smarter to go the 1 extra white instead of the 1 extra blue. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 13, all right, so 9 white and then 5, 6, 7, 8 blue. Technically we need blue and black for this, and 2 of our blue sources are also the black source. So I guess that could make it a little bit trickier. But maybe I'm just overthinking it and it's totally fine. Either way, looks like a good deck. We're going to run it like this. We'll see you round 1. All right, we've got a good keep here. Surveyor just making this hand infinitely more keepable. Oh, that was a good draw. So, can transform this on turn 3 if I really want. More likely just going to do a turn 3 Surveyor. Ooh, there's a good one. So we'll do the we'll do Surveyor, get our white mana. Then next turn rather, I think you just jam the you could just jam the Zephyr Singer, but maybe we do the Protocol Knight, I'm not sure. Yeah, I could see doing the Knight. C double is pretty cool too. Yeah, actually, C double with Zephyr Singer. You can copy and get 2. I mean, it's not busted, I guess, but that's pretty good. Let's do the Knight. And I guess we're tapping their flyer. What's the Captive Weird turn to again? Oh, that's kind of cool. So we'll tap that and pass. So it's cool. Ooh. So I have to pay 2 extra for Zephyr Singer or C double. Either one's fine. I wonder which one they're gonna choose. That makes sense. I still can cast it though. I don't know if they missed that part. So I think we play the white mana. We do the Billy Rider. What's this transform into? Well, that's kind of cool. So we can do Zephyr Singer now and give all of our dudes flying. It's pretty strong. So now we've got just a flying army here. And we've got Analyst, so that's cool. 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So we can do Analyst plus Transform Order. I see. We got some decent options there. And then create a token that's a copy of something too. Let's play a land. I think this turn we're gonna do the transform on this. So we have 6. I think I'm actually gonna just pay this, because then I can still do the Analyst. And then we'll get in with these 4. They can double block Singer, I guess, if they want. Take whatever. Unexpected block there. Let's do the Analyst now. All right. Sure. I see. So whenever it becomes blocked by a creature, that creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. So with this, I guess we can just block with the Surveyor. I don't need it. Yeah, I don't need it. They know about C double too, so no mysteries there. Invasion of Kamigawa. Well, that's cool. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. We can get the Saboteur if we really want. I'll take 2 of my attackers, though. It's probably better just deal 9 damage to them, huh? That's what I say. Because I can just tap their flyer for 2 turns, yeah. Does this give lifelink too, or just indestructible and hexproof? Alright, well, let's tap flyer. And get in. Because they're going to die. Let's see. If I attack this, they go to 10. I'm trying to think if it's actually worth it to get the 2/3. So if I deal 3 to them now, they go to 10. And I get a 2/3 flyer that draws me a card. Maybe that's just worth it. Otherwise, I deal 9 to them. I only have to hit them with 2 creatures. Honestly, I wonder if it's actually better to do this. I deal less damage to them, but I get a 2/3, so I can hold back more dudes. Huh. Yeah, I think I will. So get the Saboteur. And technically can still use Furtive Analyst, but I don't think we want to lose C double, so we won't do that. And this... Alright, transforming. They got a dig here. Tetsuko. So they have 1/1s that are unblockable. They're at 8 life, but they're going to go to 10, so we still have lethal. They're attacking with all those. So we'll at least block there. And here. And then these are attacking that, so we'll let that go, I think. So they get the invasion. They can put counters on their dudes. But now their dudes aren't unblockable anymore either. It's a pretty important thing to note here. Not to mention that they're dead. At least I think they are. Let's see if they can tap or what. Alright. Got there on the back of a Zephyr Singer. Alright, we'll see for the next one. Alright, we got a good hand here, so we'll keep it. Turn 2 Marshall versus Order. Probably Order, because that way we can either transform and attack or play Marshall. Plus it puts a bigger target sign on, or it takes the target sign off of the Marshall rather. Invasion's pretty sweet, actually. That's cool. So, it's kind of cool. Just 2 bodies in 1. I like it. Well, best use of mana is Sigiled Sentinel, so we're going to do that and not attack. I think I might actually put the counter on the Sigiled Sentinel. That way I can... Because I'm not going to attack anyway, and I'd rather have a 3/3 Vigilance than a 1-time 3/2 Vigilance, even though it can transform. What's this do? 2/3, alright. Whenever a Phyrexian you control dies, surveil 1. That's cool. Alright, so let's do Marshall. We'll get in for 4 here. And then we can pass. And then I've got boost option if I really need it. Okay. Kind of okay with that. So we have Raph. Oh, that's kind of cool. I wish these had Vigilance now. So I guess we just transform this and then attack. I might as well pay the full. We'll get in for 4. They can't. No. Alright, that's fine. Just need to find a good opportunity to get value out of Raph. Sure. It's kind of a cool removal spell. So technically I could have protected that had I paid the 2 life. So just goes to show you, maybe I should have paid the 2 life. So they got a 2/4 menace with the weird ability or whatever. So Sigiled Sentinel now. I guess we attack with yeah, give the Vigilance. Because that way we can still do the aerial boost. And they most likely don't block here anyway, so. And then we're actually pretty close to lethal with the aerial boost. Got Seal from Existence too. So we can take care of that little feller. And then they still can't really block, still can't block Order. Order is really good. Really good. So we'll get our 5th mana. This tap something? Or no, that's the draw 3 discard. So we'll do Seal from Existence and get rid of the Javelineer. And then we'll get in with the Order. I think they're ready to start chump blocking at this point though, aren't they? No? Alright, well, we get to win next turn with Aerial Boost. So I'll cast Wrath now because we can still cast Aerial Boost for protection or whatever. Sure. No cards left in hand. That's a good sign. So sack of treasure gets bigger, so I guess we'll just take it because we're gonna kill him with Aerial Boost. So we want to stop after attackers, I think. Let's see. So 6 mana. We can do the invasion. Draw 3, discard 1. They can only activate that as a sorcery anyway, right? No, you can do that whenever. But it doesn't matter. So we'll get rid of the land. And then we have 2 Aerial Boosts. Wow. So then we can do attacks and then do free Aerial Boost. Or cast Aerial Boost, then tap. I see. You get it. I just want to do this right for practice purposes. So we attack with these 2. And then we attack plus cast Aerial Boost on Sentinel and pay the actual mana and then tap 2 dudes with Wrath and draw. There you go. Alright. See you for the next one. Alright. I don't know if I'm locked out for this next round because I don't see anything happening. So I might just reload to save myself time in case we're just waiting here. Okay, so reloaded it. Let's hope it's not locked up. It's always a bummer. This always seems to be like a new format thing. Yeah. So what happens now is I can't play. Oh, good. It's them. It's not me timing out. I can never believe this either, so we'll see. But what's happened to me before is I get this screen, nobody gets their hands, nobody can do anything. It shows them timing out, and then nothing happens when it's over, and then I reload MTGA and I have a loss. So it seems to be a problem like right when a new limited format drops, but I guess I might as well wait it out and see what happens. I don't have a hand though, so I really think this is going to be into the lockup there. Oh, well, what do you know? I've got a hand. It's actually a good hand. We're going to keep it. That's cool. I should have just taken the Knight Captain instead of Grimgrant. I just couldn't help myself. This card is so sweet. So, still not sure if it's me or my opponent that's locked up. I guess we'll find out. Well, I ended up getting the victory for it, so better than getting a loss, but still, I'm just here to play games, not just get victories for no reason. So we'll go to the next one. Okay. I mean, we have all 3 colors. I think I have to keep this, but definitely want a 2-drop here so we can at least... Oh, man. Well, if they come out of the gates real fast, maybe Sunfall can do some work for me. Potential. Might have the potential for a nice little turn 5 Sunfall. We'll see. No attacks. That's unexpected. So let's do Dismal Backwater. And the question is, do I want to do Sunfall? I feel like if they play a creature soon, I do. They don't have a second color, though. So, counter dispel, you may draw a card if you do. So, they probably, pretty safe to assume they've got counterspell, huh? It's probably a safe assumption. Maybe not. Maybe they're just off their second color. Alright. So let's just blow up their board now and get 3 creatures or whatever. Although they can cast their stuff cheaper, can't they? Huh. It's true. Unfortunately, Skittering Surveyor is it greedy to want more? Kind of is. Let's go for it. Let's see what happens. All right, worth it. I think it's worth it. Took out some things for it. Instant sorcery, dragon spells you control can't be countered. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery spell in your hand, if it attack that turn, that spell gains rebound. Wow, that's pretty sweet. So we've got, but this makes them lose activated abilities. Huh, it's not quite as good. So we have 6 mana, which means we probably just cast Rana and then have an incubator token that we can use here. All right. A little double block. So this way, even if they have aerial boost or whatever, still kind of okay. Oh, well, that worked out. Yeah, that worked out great. So let's see here. Now we have 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can do Sigiled Sentinel, make Drana bigger, plus do a post-combat Zephyr Singer. I mean, I don't even have to... Can I do... There's no way to do all 3, is there? Sigil Sentinel, do that, plus Skittering Surveyor. Yeah, wow, alright. So we do Sentinel. Although I think my biggest target's probably Drana. Well... So we don't want to tap any blue mana. Oh, but we won't have any blue creatures. Did I play a land this turn already? Maybe I need to figure that out first. I can't remember. I feel like I did, but let's find out. Because I can't remember. No, I did. Well... It's okay. I think we'll just do the Sentinel. We'll hold up on the Zephyr Singer for now. Oh. Well, that worked out okay. Would much rather have that happen than the other thing. They got a 3/4 flyer. Alright. So, did I have an ability? Just Convoke. Okay. So, this is probably a good opportunity to just go ahead and cast Grimgrin, huh? Yeah. And then we can even do Zephyr Singer. That makes sense, actually. We'll do that, and then Zephyr Singer. Oops. I guess I could have given Grimgrin flying since the... That's true. The Grimgrin's going to be largely irrelevant now, but that's alright. Wait. Oh. Can untap it. Cool. Alright. See you for the next one. Alright, got a good keep here. Technically all 3 colors. Skittering Surveyor. Doing its job. So once again, probably do a turn 2 Order of the Mirror, turn 3 Surveyor, turn 4 Invasion maybe? Not sure yet. Aerial Boost. That's pretty good. So we have our black mana off the Surveyor. That's nice. Or we can do the Billy Rider. I just want to make sure I have mana next turn, I think. So I'm just going to do the Surveyor and get the guaranteed mana. Free mana. Not going to offer that trade. It's a really strong common, I think. You going to transform? Okay. Fair enough. And attacking, no less, huh? Alright. That's cool. So, we can do... Invasion. Because next turn with 5 mana, I can pay the 3 for this plus a 2-drop. So, maybe we just Invasion tap the Thallid and attack for 1. Kind of okay with that. Best use of mana, probably. I guess I could have... Yeah, probably smarter to attack the invasion thing, though, huh? Yeah, that would have been smarter. Well, technically I can get it next turn, though, huh? That's true with the aerial boost. Yeah. But I could have done that too. That's alright. What's this do? If a creature dying causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Creature tokens you can draw Vigilance and Lifelink. Wow, that's pretty good. Causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger. So they would get double trigger on this, 2 1/1s. I mean, not the absolute end of the world, but still pretty good for them. Alright, let's do this. This might just be a good opportunity to do Raffi. Or Raff, rather. Yeah, let's do Raff. So we'll do Raff. We'll do Aerial Boost on the Order of the Mirror. And then tap Surveyor and Raff, kill Invasion. Get the 2/3 flyer that has abilities. Sure. So then they can get in with everything, I guess, if they want. Just that, though. Alright. Ooh, that's a good one. So they lose activated abilities, but they don't have any. So instead, we can just do... Well, we have 6 mana, so best use of mana would be... probably both of these, or activate this ability. Might make the most sense to activate the ability of Order of the Mirror, do Sigiled Sentinel, give it Vigilance. I have to take more damage from that. I can also make that a 2/4 double strike, which is pretty good. Or I can give this ability as well. I can activate that whenever. Good options here. They don't have a good block once I transform this, so I think we'll just transform this, and then I think I'm actually going to give that Vigilance this turn. I think I like this more, because they're They really don't have a good block here. And that way, I guess, it puts a big target on the order, but that makes my Drana a little bit safer too. I don't have any activated abilities for my opponent yet. Okay. It's all well and good. Oh. So they wanna... That's weird. Does it have Death Touch? Huh. So... Definitely an odd attack. Unless, do they just want to get some Vigilant dudes? Is that why? Like, I definitely should block here, but they have the open mana. I guess we just block. I want to get past the trick. Alright. I'm fine with that. I don't feel like that was particularly good for him, so... So we can do Surveyor, and I can still do Drana off the land I get off Surveyor. So let's just attack for 4. And they still can't kill it. They can start jumping it, but that's fine. So we'll lose 2. Oh, they lose 4. Still not that big of a deal, I don't think. So we'll do Surveyor, get another white mana, I guess. I guess I can get a blue mana if I really want. Because I already have 3 white, just to even it out, maybe. Because I already have the 2 untapped white. Although more white for Raph is probably a good idea, I guess. So let's just get the white. We'll do Drana. And then I have team buff at this point too. 7 mana. Sure. Protocol Knight, so that's just what the doctor ordered, I think. And so one attack there and get in here. And that's fine. Just getting jump blockers off the board at this point is probably okay. Alright. So this makes it so it can't attack. Huh. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I think we just activate this now. And we'll get in here. Oh, well, we're not actually dead yet. What's this transform into? Oh, Sunfall. So this exiles too. Is this when it dies? Okay. Well, I can cast Sunfall plus use Wrath. That's probably worth it, exiling, because then they lose all their value, plus they don't get to transform this. So let's do that. And then we get to use Wrath too, like I said, so. Because they have a bunch of life now too, so. We'll just tap 2 dudes. And then we'll do this. And pass. Then we can even give the huge thing Vigilance. Isn't exactly 2 colors, huh? Wonder how this works. Oh. So if I activate it, does it still... No. It's a strong card. When you cast a spell, it's exactly 2 colors. Look at the top. Well, at least they're out of action. So I can do Sigiled Sentinel plus copy it. They're at 17 though. Do they have 8 cards in their yard? Oh, they sure do. So I can copy it plus... No, we can't do both because it has to enter the battlefield and while it's a spell. So we're going to wait on C double, that's for sure. Definitely going to wait on C double. Because we get both effects now, which is way better. Oh, wow. So now we can do it. We can do... So we'll attack. Because we have... Yeah, because this has vigilance as well. So attack. And then we do Zephyr Singer. Oh, I see the problem. We don't have the... We don't have enough blue to do both, huh? Huh. Well, that's a little awkward. Alright, well... Taking 1 turn off. What's this do? Alright. Not that big of a deal. So technically you can copy that too, but we're just gonna get in for a bunch of vigilance. Play Tetsuko. And they're actually pretty close to dead. I mean, they're technically dead if I do C double. Next turn, depending on what they have. So I think we just copy that. So we'll copy Zephyr Singer. Wait, copy target a creature. Huh. Alright. See you for the next one. Yeah, we can keep this. All 3 colors. We got a 2-drop. Couple 2-drops. Not a knight, so we'll probably do the marshal first. Gain 3 life. Wow, that's kind of cool. This card's sweet. It's a great uncommon. Alright, let's do marshal. Got a fight spell here or what? Botanical Brawler. Whenever 1 or more +1/+1 counters are put on another permanent you control, if it's the first time +1/+1 counters have been put on that permanent this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Botanical Brawler. Okay. Fight spell? I keep waiting for it. Can't protect it, unfortunately. I think we'll take it. We'll gotta have a combat trick of some sort, I'm assuming. So we can do tap land plus Wrath plus still be able to cast Aerial Boost, so I kind of like that. Nobody expects the tapped out Aerial Boost. Nobody. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to draw off of Wrath with it, but I'm going to be okay with that. Renata. Ooh. Well, we do have Seal from Existence for that, so that's pretty sweet. So, yeah, I think we'll just seal that now. I don't want him getting a bunch of value off of that. We still can cast Aerial Boost as well, so that's fine. Could actually cast and still do aerial boost. I think I will, because I don't think that they're going to block anyway. And if I get to kill an instructor, it's a good trade anyway, so. Alright, honestly, I feel like this is a good trade. We don't get to draw the card off of it, but instructor would actually kill something, so I'd rather just take care of the problem there. I mean, not drawing the card is kind of a big deal, but like I said, the fact that they would be able to kill something, I feel like kind of matters. C double, that's a good one. Let's do Protocol Knight this turn, tap the Negotiator. Yeah, we'll tap that and get in for 3, I guess. Yeah, untap something here. Sure. So they can. Oh, they screwed up. They screwed up. Overhand Pest. Top 5, reveal a land or double face card from among them. Put that card in your hand, put the rest in the bottom. So I got a land off of it. Pretty good. So they have Invasion now. I can tap something. I also have C double, so I can copy a spell. But I think we'll just do Invasion. Fortunately, they have a pretty decent double block here. I guess they don't really. Yeah, that's. Let's do Invasion. Yeah, I like this actually. I like this. So tap the Negotiator, and then I think we'll tap the Pest, and then I'll attack the Invasion. See if they have the trick, which they don't. So we'll get a pretty strong card. All right, 2/3 backup. 3/4 now. I can tap it though, so not really that important. Kind of surprised they didn't attack there. So I can tap their flyer and just get in and draw. I mean, that's gonna just win the game, so I think we go for that plan. It's just going to be super powered. So I think they only have 2 cards in the yard, but we have C double, so good options here. And we're going to be able to draw off of it. So I can actually C double, copy Knight, tap flyer. But I'd rather copy the Saboteur. Although that Aeronaut, I mean, technically is a problem. I guess I have Wrath. I always have Wrath, so. Alright, so this comes in. Exile a creature and opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. So technically I can copy that spell. No, this is fine. I see. We'll let it resolve. They're going to do whatever. Hit the Saboteur. Is that their plan? I'm going to hit the Intercessor, because they're going to attack with the Aeronaut, I think, with the C double and draw. So they'll do that. And then my Intercessor is going to steal theirs. Oh, I guess I can do it now, because it's going to come in like that. So we'll do C double, copy their Intercessor, eat their Intercessor, get Invasion back, tap Golden Scale Aeronaut. But then how am I going to kill the defense card, huh? I don't know. Well, we'll have to figure it out. So we'll copy the intercessor and tap 2 dudes. And then we'll exile this. And we'll get back our thing. And we'll tap their flyer. And then they can attack for 4, but I think we're still pretty good. You don't even want to. So now we can go land. We're up to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3. We have 8. So we can cast a 3-drop plus use Wrath. So we'll do this. Yeah. Buff the 3/4. And see if they're paying attention to Wrath. So I'll actually just I think I'll just attack it with both actually. Having Wrath here is a pretty big deal. I'm still fine with this trade. I guess they get their dude back, but maybe I wasn't supposed to attack with that one. So kill the negotiator. And then buff with Wrath. Kill both their dudes. Get that back. Oh. I guess they didn't quite do the math right on that one. Casual 12-12 trample, huh? Well, thank goodness for Marshal of Zalfir, huh? Jeez. So let's do this. We'll do Tetsuko. And then we can get in with, this doesn't have reach, right? No. Okay, so we get in with the Saboteur. No reach, right? No, just want to make sure. So we'll attack with Saboteur and Wrath, because Wrath's unblockable. And then we can buff with Wrath and still use Marshal. Let me make sure we're leaving up the blue though. Yeah, we are. So we'll do that. Actually, we have to wait until after blockers. Don't do it too early. All right, so now we do it. Land and then pass, and then we can tap Gulta. Actually, wait, are we at? Yeah, so tap that. We're actually one untapped mana away from double Raffi activation too, which is pretty good. But no big deal, we didn't get it. So we'll just do the backwater. And, I mean, at this turn we might as well just use Wrath for the Vigilance and just get in with a boatload of things. It does make more things blockable, I guess. But I think it's worth it. Can we kill them this turn? Let's say I tap Aeronaut, get in with everything. Block my biggest guy on the ground, they take 5. I mean, they definitely die. I think we probably just go for lethal here, huh? Cool. See you for the next one. All right, great hand. Got all of our colors. We have Surveyor to get the black. Turn 2 Order. Turn 4 Knight. Good turn progression. Work towards a Grimgrin. Great sack fodder for it. So far, off to a bodacious start here. Can't block. I like that. So you can get that back from your graveyard. That's cool. Hey, C double also good. We have 2 blue for it as well. So we'll do the Surveyor this turn. We'll get him for 2. Do the Surveyor. Get the black mana. Then we can do a Protocol Knight. We even have another Knight too. Ooh, that's cool. So they get a treasure. Well, at least we have the Protocol Knight for it. And we even have C double to copy the Protocol Knight. Tap it again. It's kind of nice. So if one or more +1/+1 counters should be put on permanent control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on that permanent instead. That many +1 counters are put on that permanent instead. Add 1 mana of any color. Sacrifice, destroy a creature and enchantment. Huh. Can only activate as a sorcery. Good to keep in mind. Can't cast Grimgrin yet. Seems like a good opportunity to do Sentinel. Yeah, let's do Sentinel. So I can give, yeah, and then we'll give Vigilance to the Order. And I want to do, yeah, Aerial Boost will still work actually because of the Vigilance, so we can get in with everything. And then we can actually Aerial Boost the Sentinel, I guess, which is fine. Oh, this has Menace too, though, huh? Well, then I guess Aerial Boost isn't gonna work. No biggie. We can C double and copy our Knight if they play something fat here, and then just get in for a boatload of damage. Yeah, like that, for example. So I could technically copy the Ancient as well, but I want a huge attack this turn. So we're not going to do that. We're going to copy our Knight, put a stun counter on that Ancient, and get in for a bunch of damage here. Oh, we can actually kill them, huh? See how they block. So with boost, 2, 3, 6. We're actually 1 short. So, sure. Can't block, so gotta attack. All right. Not quite good enough. All right. Well, this worked out real well for us today, didn't it? Seven wins, 0 losses. Wow. Well, I wasn't expecting that with this deck, but that's pretty sweet. It's a lot of super powered cards in this format with all the old cards they're bringing in. So these formats can be overbearing at times with just the amount of hyper-powered cards. But hey, happy to go 7-0, although I guess one was free, so does it really count? All right, let's do some pack one, pick ones and learn the format a little bit better here. Pack one, pick one. Let's see what the rares are and the uncommon. So Invasion of Karsus comes in, so 4 mana, deal 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. And it's got 4 defense, pay 2 life. Whenever you cast a spell, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. That's, wow, whenever you cast a spell, that's pretty sweet. This is a reprint. It's got domain. This was a fun card. The problem is it can't buff itself. It has to be, so it has to attack or become tapped and then another target creature. So I feel like it's easy to kill. It reads better than it actually plays from my experience. Joyful Storm Sculptor. 5 mana, 2/3, comes in, get 2 elementals. Whenever you cast a spell, it has Convoke. Deals 1 damage to each opponent in each battle they protect. It's kind of cool. I can't imagine you end up with enough in Convoke and Limited to really make that pay off as much as you want. And it doesn't have evasion, but still, 3 bodies in 1 is still very good. So this is a fight spell, instant speed, and it's one-sided, and you can do it to battles. That's pretty sweet. Invasion of Marigonda. So this comes in, put a counter on something, then it fights. Wow, that's sweet. And then you get an ooze. It's got 6 defense, but loses all abilities. Another target creature gets +2/+2. That's a weird one. And it can't do it to itself, huh? That's a weird one. Here's a little combat trick with Scry, and then we've got Vengeant Earth. Target land or creature or land you control becomes a 4/4 elemental creature with haste in addition to its other types until in turn it must be blocked this turn if able. Ooh, that actually could be good. That's going to be a little board dependent, but you could force something to die. You could make this a 2 mana green kill spell, so I kind of like that. And the fact that you can do it, yeah, actually at instant speed, you get a 4/4 blocker at instant speed. This is probably playable. Not great, but certainly playable. Flitting Gorilla, 3 mana, 2/2 comes in. We saw this already, right? When it dies, each player mills, then you can exile it and get a creature or battle card from your graveyard, put it on top of your library. So I think we just go with the rare. That's a pretty awesome one. I mean, it's a board wipe, so pretty cool in and of itself for that reason. Possibly one-sided if you got a bunch of 4 toughness dudes, and then you just kill it right away and get a super strong card. Well, my taking Chandra, we'll see. 6 mana, 5 loyalty. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it and choose new targets for the copy. You can only do it once each turn. It's still awesome. Add 2 mana of any combination, it gets bigger. Exile top 5. Till the end of next turn, you can cast an instant or sorcery spell from among those exiled cards. Probably can't do that too many times in limited. 5 is a good portion of your library. And then deals X damage to each of up to 2 targets. Wow. Yeah, obviously Chandra, so it's just built in 2-for-1 value on it. That's amazing. Ingarunai's, I remember this being really good, actually. 4 mana, 3/3, scry 3, and when it dies, draw 3 cards if 3 or more creatures died this turn. When that pays off, it's huge. Etch Familiar, we saw someone have the cool synergy with Etch Familiar and the rare Herbology Instructor. We saw this play. This card's really nice. Gain 3, decent blocker. I like it. Really good. And then we've got Corrupted Conviction, certainly playable, good against removal. Got a Blade Master. Not terribly exciting, but playable. Easy Chandra there. All right. Pack one, pick one here. Tribute to the World Tree. So whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, draw a card of its powers 3 or greater. Otherwise, put 2. Wow, that's so good. That's so good. Wow, probably taking that. It is 3 green, but that's such a strong card. Yargle reprint. Yeah, so if it has the different icon on it, I'm assuming it just means they just stuffed some format. I probably should have done homework to figure out what they're doing, but they're just plugging in a bunch of legends from other sets into this set. So Invasion of Amonkhet comes in, enters the battlefield. Each player mills 3, then each opponent discards a card, and you draw a card. Wow, it's kind of cool. And then turns into 4/4 into the battlefield as a copy of any creature card in a graveyard, except it's a 4/4 black zombie in addition to its other colors and types. Well, that's cool. You get abilities of something, and you're milling, so presumably you get something awesome. Golden Scale Aeronaut, we saw this once, certainly fine. Harried Artisan turns into a 3/4 flying haste, and it's also a 2/3 haste, not bad. The Billy Rider, never really did too much with it, but certainly playable. And the Cavalier, his first strike as long as another knight enters the battlefield under your control this turn. So that would have been good with the 4-mana Quindy Legend Knight we had, but this is an easy... I'm seeing a trend here. There's a lot of strong rares. Alright, let's see here. Bloodfeather Phoenix, well, we saw it already, but still 2-mana, 2-power flyer, even though it can't block, is still good. And more good abilities on top of that is nice. Let's see what Cezanne does. 5-mana, 6/5. Beginning of each player's upkeep, that player loses 2 life and draws 2 cards. I don't know if I want my opponent drawing 2 cards. That's probably not worth it. It happens to you too, so you can't always afford to do it. Invasion of Olgratha, we drafted it, did not play it. Still a good card though. Surveyor was great for us. Rin's Resolve. Until the end of your next turn, you may play those cards. This is going to be way good. Way good. That's some good red value there. Because it's not the end of this turn, it's until the next turn. So you get a whole nother turn to play those cards. I like that. And then a 4-mana 3/3 Trample Haste Dinosaur Beast. Whenever you attack target attacking creature, it's +1/+1 until in turn. If it's attacking a battle, put a +1/+1 counter on it instead. That's awesome. Probably just take the Phoenix. 2-mana, 2-power flyer, instants and sorceries. Have to deal damage to an opponent or battle in order to get it back. But still, 2-mana, 2-power flyer is good. Alright, so 5-mana, 6/5. Whenever it enters battlefield or attacks, draw a card, then you may discard any number of land cards. When you discard one or more cards this way, deals twice so much damage to target creature, and then you can put it into its owner's library third from the top, so you can kind of protect itself, and it's like drawing cards, and you can discard lands and kill things. So, wow. I like it. Awesome card. Expensive, or color expensive. It's efficiently costed, but 3 colors, not always super simple to do. And a little bit of built-in protection is not bad either. And the fact that it comes in and draws is actually really good. So, every time it attacks, draws, this is a strong card. It's probably going to be the pick. Otherwise, 2-mana, 2/2, enchanted or equipped value, gets double strike. I like that. Huntmaster. This is a good effect. In response to removal, sack it instead, incubate 3. That's good. Dispersal, totally playable. Obviously better defensively because you can pay 1 mana and return it to their hand. And Surveil 2, but even 3 mana instant speed, certainly not bad. And then we have Invasion of Eldraine, so it makes them discard. Yeah, we saw this. And then, yeah, I like this. The Prickle Fairies are good. And then we have the Prankster. Turns into a 3/2 when it dies. Each opponent sacks an artifact or creature. That's kind of cool. I like that. You can get built-in, 2-for-1 value out of that potentially. It's really nice, actually. Wartrain Slasher. Attacks a battle, double its power until end of turn. Wow, that's cool. It's got Menace too. 4-mana, 4-power Menace. That's actually, that's really efficient. Once again though, taking the Mythic. When in doubt, go for the Mythic. Wow, Tribute to the World Tree again. Judith, well, here's another card coming back. So buffs all your creatures, all your other creatures, and then whenever a non-token creature you control dies, deals 1 damage to any target. This card is really strong. I wonder if I probably still like Tribute more because it's monocolor. Let's see what the Connoisseur does. 3-mana, 0/5 Flying Vigilance, gets +1/+0 for each transformed permanent you control. A little bit of a build around. We saw the Oilcaster drafted it, did not play it, but good if you have a bunch of mill plan, I imagine, as a 5/4 Menace for 4, potentially. This is an interesting card. If you have enough activated abilities, that's pretty good. But, lets you transform dudes. It's kind of cool. This is a death. Yeah, we saw this. This is cool. I like this a lot too. And then Volcanic Spite. We saw this. Good removal. I'm going to go with one of the rares though, and it's probably Tribute again just because this card is so strong, even though it's 3 green. And last pack one, pick one. We have Boonbringer Valkyrie. 5-mana, 4/4 flying, first strike, lifelink with backup. Well, that seems like an easy pickup. Another Ryav. We've got Cavalier. Seal from Existence, great removal. We got to play that, which was nice. Played against Deadly Derision twice. Good card. It's instant speed too. Treasures never hurt. Drafted a Vanquish, did not play it. And Rin's Resolve, I already said, is good, but easy Valkyrie. This seems like one of those sets where all the rares are going to be insane, so we'll see how that goes. I will admit, in my experience, these sets tend to be too nuts. Like, I don't like the sets with all nuts rares. It just ends up being a little bit too much, a little bit too overbearing, where it's like, oh, I'm in perfect position, I have no way to lose, and then your opponent just is one broken card away from, oh, I just top decked this broken card, so now you lose. Even though you did all that work the entire game, slowly but surely edging your way into card value and card advantage, and you got there, but I just top decked my broken card, so I win now. That's, in my experience, what those formats kind of turn into. I hope I'm wrong, though. I hope this format ends up being amazing. The battle cards were pretty fun so far. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.